CSS interview questions. Name some CSS frameworks.
CSS frameworks are libraries that make web page styling easier. Some of them are Bootstrap, Tailwind, Gumby, Ukit, and Semantic UI, etc.
What do you understand by universal sector?
A universal sector is a selector that matches any element type's name instead of selecting elements of a particular type. Examples.
Tell us about the use of the rule set.
The ruleset is used to identify selectors, which can be attached to other selectors. The two parts of a ruleset are: declaration block contains one or more semicolon-separated declarations. Sector indicates the HTML element needed to be styled.
What are the elements of the CSS Box Model?
The CSS Box Model defines the layout and design of CSS elements. The elements are content like text and images, padding, border, and margin.
Differentiate between CSS3 and CSS2.
The main difference between CSS3 and CSS2 is that CSS divides different sections into modules and supports many browsers.
How can CSS be integrated into an HTML page?
There are three ways of integrating CSS into HTML: using style tags in the head section, inline styling, writing CSS in a separate file, and linking to the HTML page by the link tag.
Explain a few advantages of CSS.
With CSS, different documents can be controlled using a single site, styles can be grouped in complex situations using selectors and grouping methods, and multiple HTML elements can have classes.
What is meant by RGB stream?
RGB represents colors in CSS. The three streams are namely red, green, and blue. The intensity of colors is represented using numbers 0 to 256. This allows CSS to have a spectrum of visible colors.
What was the purpose of developing CSS?
CSS was developed to define websites' visual appearances. It allows developers to separate the structure and content of a website, which was not possible before.
What is the difference between a class and an ID?
Class is a way of using HTML elements for styling. It is not unique and has multiple elements, whereas ID is unique and can be assigned to a single element.